Shoot and kill.
They call him Nelson Koech, a lawmaker, a husband, a father of three. In a moment captured on camera, he uttered words that could spark debate across the country. He spoke them calmly, deliberately, and with complete sobriety, as if making a point. For some, it was just a joke, but for others, it was a reflection of the state of Kenya's political culture. The wife, on the other hand, drew attention for a different reason. In clips that circulated online, she appeared to direct disrespectful remarks towards voters, the very people whose voices and ballots helped elevate leaders into positions of power. To critics, it was more than a moment of poor judgment. It reflected a growing disconnect between some public figures. What did the CS have to say? And the head of state?
Mtu ambaye anachukua moto, anaenda kuchoma biashara ya mtu, anaenda kuchoma mali ya watu wengine. Mtu kama huyo apigwe risasi miguu, aende hospitali, akienda kotini. Yes. Yeah. Wasimuue lakini wapige hii miguu ivunjike ndio aende kotini, aende hospitali, akienda kotini.
The answer remains etched into the nation's memory. June 25th, 2024, a day that began as a peaceful demonstration, evolved into one of the most significant moments in Kenya's modern democratic history. Young people, many of them members of Generation Z, organized largely through social media and without traditional political leadership, marched into opposition to policies they believed would deepen economic hardships. What followed shocked the nation. Parliament was breached, streets became battlegrounds, lives were lost. Human rights groups and oversight bodies later reported dozens of deaths during the protest and subsequent demonstrations. Families mourned sons and daughters who never returned home. Questions about accountability, police conduct, and justice continue to linger to this day. For many young Kenyans, June 25th ceased to be just a date on a calendar. It became a symbol of resistance, sacrifice, and the demand for a government that listens. 2 years later, the wounds remain fresh. Across social media platforms and civic spaces, Gen Z activists, families of victims, and human rights advocates have continued to call for justice, transparency, and accountability. Many argue that promises made after the protest remain unfulfilled and that those responsible for abuses have yet to be held accountable. Nearly 2 decades later, Kenya once again finds itself debating leadership, accountability, and the relationship between those in power and the citizens they serve. As Gen Z commemorates the anniversary of the 2024 protest, many young people are asking whether the lessons of the past have truly been learned or merely forgotten. As the anniversary approaches, plans to commemorate the events have once again emerged. Families of those who died have called for peaceful remembrance marches, flower-laying ceremonies, and vigils to honor the fallen. Civil society groups and youth movements have urged participants to remain peaceful while remembering those who paid the ultimate price. Meanwhile, government officials have emphasized the need for law and order, urging citizens to exercise their constitutional rights responsibly. Yet, beneath the speeches and statements lies a deeper question. Has anything truly changed? For many young Kenyans, the struggle was never only about taxes. It was about unemployment, corruption, police brutality, economic inequality, the feeling that a generation's future was being decided without its voice. June 25th, 2024 became a defining moment because it awakened a generation that had long been dismissed as apathetic. A generation that refused to be silent, a generation that discovered the power of collective action. Whether history remembers it as a revolution, an uprising, or a national reckoning, one thing remains certain: the events of June 2024 changed Kenya forever. And as the anniversary approaches, the nation once again finds itself confronting the same questions. Who speaks for the people? Who answers for the dead? And will justice ever be found? This is not just the story of a protest. It is the story of a generation that woke up and a nation still searching for answers. Thank you for tuning in. That has been our general recap. My name is Katisha Miranda.